Dear Kings Club Casino, Kings Club Professional Baccarat. For the full-time player and the side hustler. Side hustler being the best way to play. You got to get that money every day. You got to stay below the radar. You got to use multiple casinos. There's all kinds of things you got to do because the casino is not a place that just hands out money happily all the time. Contrary to anything you see in an ad, they are not there for you to win. They are not interested in you winning at all. They are interested in taking your money. They are interested in taking every cent that you have, which is why I have dedicated myself at this stage of my life to try to make all of you winners. Because I want you taking their money, and I want you taking it smartly, and I want you taking it steadily and efficiently, and I want you not being caught up in the situations that go on in the casino and the hostility that can happen there. I do call it the toughest road game in the history of sport because it is. That's the place. They own the place. They own the game. They own the rules, and they are the officials as well. Everything you do inside that casino is being watched carefully, and everything is scaled in that casino to beat you, which is why what we're doing now is trying to get to the point to where we can win every time. Now we are winning every time, but I can see tiny little fragments of chances where we could lose. And I could lose tonight. I'm going to do some things tonight that are a little more aggressive, and I'm trying to push the edge because I want to find out where we're going to where we can get to a certainty of wins of 100%. And it's because this game is actuarial. I am an actuarialist by trade. I work off of math and I work off of numbers of what should happen rather than what could happen. And then how can you leverage what should happen based on how much you're betting and where you're betting it. And so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm burning out this hand right now so we start with a fresh shoe because I like to start at the top. Hey, hey, we got Michael Steinfeld in the house. And oh yeah, look at all kind of folks that come in. So, hey, welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining tonight. Casey, Steve, I just saw your email, and thank you very much for that. You want to put it. You want to put it off till February. You put it off till February because you need to have your bankroll to be exactly what you want it to be. You're building it great, and you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, but you're also working really hard while you're at it. And in these kinds of months, the way the weather is, it gets harder and harder. But I just God bless you, my friend. I know what you're up against out there, and I love talking to you about baccarat and also about your profession and about your the way you look at life, Casey Steve. It's really good. The story you gave tonight about Santa Anita and the family. Oh man, it's like that was the great race place. California horse racing is not what it used to be. It's not even close. Um, Even Del Mar is starting to look a little bleak. I think that the way the politicians run that state is as though they want everything to fail. Sometimes certain politicians they thrive off of misery, and they want everybody miserable. They want everybody dependent on them, and that's the way in which they get their power. But they surely are ruining the sport of horse racing. I saw uh, a Santa Anita Friday card of racing not too long ago that there were only 52 horses entered over 8 races. And you know how many horses they have out there, so there's all kinds of rules going on for when they can run the horse and all that stuff. So we can talk about that more, but I loved your email. Thank you, Casey, Steve. And so Dags 2310 says I'm having success playing player chop and banker streak online at 20 cents a table. Go ahead and do that, but I don't advocate playing online. I actually, the next time I find somebody who is a consistent winner online, it'll be the first one because they do have those things set up to take your money. So tread carefully, Dags 2310. I would much rather prefer you to play live in a casino, but I understand. I'm going to shuffle them now. At least 20 cents is a reasonable bet to make. Good evening, Kevin. It's 49.91. You bet, KC Steve. Love you, brother. So tonight we're going to play a large bankroll. We're going to play the only 2 bets. We're going to play the banker chops to single player, 1 bet. We're going to play banker streaks to single banker, 1 bet, and that's what we're going to do. And we are going to try to win $300 tonight, and we're at 9,025,000. So we just got to change that last number to 300 if we can. And we're at a large bankroll tonight because we're going to play $100 units at 1, 3, 7, 11, 17, 23, 31, 40, and 50. So that takes a $20,000 bankroll. This is the way that you're going to be finding yourself playing your own LLC and building your own company. And so we have a large bankroll, but we still are going for a higher profit than I would ordinarily. I'm going to go for a $300 profit tonight, and off of a $20,000 bankroll. If you're really playing professionally every day, you want to make $175, $200 a day, and just build your money and build your money. But we're gonna go forward now. Um, I hear you, Dax 2310. That's brutal, but that's the way that happens, and so you're going to have to just play the small amounts online, and I pray to God just don't lose very much, and I certainly would love for you to win small amounts and just enjoy the game because you're too far away from a casino. All right, so what we're going to do is here we're going to play a no bet to start this off. We got 406 cards there, so that was the burn. I guess it burned 10 cards. I didn't even look at it, but we have an 8-deck shoe. Of course, that's a normal shoe. We got a player win there, so we're going to kick it off. We're going to make sure we look one player win. So we're going to bet $100 on the banker to win, and try to break this, or try to chop this single player. And we're just going to ride it out no matter what the results are. Okay, so there's a $95 win, so that's going to give us staying at the $100 bet. And with the banker win, now we're going to bet one bet on banker, streaks, single, banker. So we just simply rebet that $100 on the bank. And with that loss, the next bet's going to be $300. And it's going to be on the banker also because now we have a single player. So we're going to bet $300 on the banker, trying to chop that single player. Got it done. And that's $280. I'm supposed to stop right now because that's close enough to the 300. And this shows you how it happens. So we have 3 bets here, and we're betting to chop the player, and we did. Then we're betting to streak the banker when we lost 100. The next bet is 300, and we're betting that we're going to chop that player, and we did. And so there is the $300 win minus the commissions. Let's go ahead and see, can we get 100 more? That's usually the kiss of death anyway, but this was our money. It makes it pretty easily, and that's one of the reasons we played a 1, 3, 7, 11. You get most of your money in that area ping-ponging around. You win the 1, you lose the 1, you win the 3, you lose the 1, you lose the 3, you win the 7. Well, if you lose the 1, lose the 3, you're down 4, you win the 7, you got a $300 profit, and that way you're out of the building right now after only 3 hands, and you only won 1. That's why I say actuarial. It's set up so that you can have 33% wins, and you still win your $300 less commission. I have set this thing up so that in a 50-50 game, you can win 30% and make your money. That's why we're as strong as we are. Most games are flat bet, most games are martingale, most games are ways in which you need to win more than 50% of your hands. I don't want to put us in that situation. I want us to be able to win our money with the least possible amount of wins. And so let's just go ahead now and we'll try to bet that the banker streaks one time for $100 because we just won the $300 bet. We go back to 100 and we're going to bet that the banker will streak the single banker. That's what we have there, a single banker. And we're going to try to get a streak there. The bank has to win for it to happen, though. Get an 88 push. I call that the piano push. You know why I call it the piano push? 88 keys on a piano. So the 88 is the piano push. That's a King original, by the way. And with that win, we're up 375. So we've had a real easy night tonight. But this banker chops single player and banker streaks single banker, even the selection is actuarial because the banker has a slight edge over the player. It doesn't play out every hand that way. I'm just saying a slight edge. And that's why we play banker chops single player. And then When you have a single banker, the banker again has a slight edge, and that's why we play Streak the Banker. Does it win all the time? No. But when you add in this selection methodology with the 1, 3, 7, 11, 17, now you've got the backing of how you're making the bets so that you only have to win 30% of the hands. Ordinarily, you're going to win high 40s. That's the way this is set up, that you're going to win high 40s. And so tonight, as you saw, we won 3 out of 4, so we won 75% tonight. That's an unusually high win ratio, but it does happen. And this is how you actually played 4 hands. We saw 5 the first hand we did not play, and then we played 4 straight hands. We did have 1 tie in there, and we won 3 out of 4 hands, and we won $375 without any threat to our bankroll at all. We would take our $20,000 home with our $375, and now our LLC has $20,375. And our company, by the way, our company made 16% profit today, which would make Berkshire Hathaway even bigger company than it is, since most companies target about a 6% profit. Some get up to 8% and some get a little higher, but if you're running your LLC tight and you're never risking your money and you're growing by 6% a day, well, you know where you're going. You're compounding 6% a day off of your bankroll, and you are going to be very successful. And that's all I'm doing here. I'm trying to show ways that you can win at this game. Don't play any other game in the casino. I don't think that I have. I'll do something because we were gone so quickly tonight. I'll do something for just a second if I can find it. Okay, there's roulette, and I'll put my number in here and see can I. There it is. So this is going to be European roulette, but this is using the same way of playing. But roulette is a very dangerous game. You know, I always tell you that. But if you looked up there and you see that red number 21, I would play the same way that we're playing. I would be playing chop the single black number, and I would be playing streak the single red number. Now the difference is these numbers don't have any advantage. They're 50-50. And so really you could play it either way. But let's just play it streak on a $100 bet. We're playing streak a red number. So we have 18 red numbers, 18 blacks, and we have a single 0. And so we are a 19 to 18 odds against us. That's what it is. But let's see how it works if we play the 1, 3, 7, 11. Okay, so now we're up $100. And so with that, we would have no bet because we've got a streak of 2 reds. And there's a black number, so we're going to make a bet that the black would chop back to the red. So there's the $100 bet on the red. This is the same way of playing the Baccarat game. And we've won $200 right now playing roulette. I'm certainly not going to encourage you to play that way, but at the same time, if you did, you would play the single 0 wheel and you would play only red-black and you play it that way. But you can see why it's not as good as Baccarat, because you're always at a 19 to 18 disadvantage. In our Baccarat game, I have us at a 51-49 advantage on every hand. And so that's how we have it. I'll be back with you guys in 2 days. Thank you to all of you for coming in tonight and checking out with me. I would like to announce that King John sent me the pictures. He won $1,500 at the casino today, playing Banker Chop single player, Banker Streak single banker. He was there for 8 hands and won $1,500. And Chuck Ritter's out playing tonight too, and I'm wishing him all the best. So, Johnny Baccarat, thank you much. This is the professional way to play. I'm very serious about it. I don't get wild at a casino. I don't get all excited. I don't do any shouting and screaming and all that stuff you see. It's a very quiet way to go in, get your money and go, and don't draw any attention to yourself. So, Michael Steinfeld, thanks for joining. Kevin Sprouse, all the best to you, my friend. I think you're down there in Tampa. Perhaps going to try that Baccarat and the Hard Rock. That would be good. Bill Lotta, thank you, my friend. All of you, Ron and Frank, thank you for saying goodbye tonight. And you got to be the silent assassin, Johnny. You got that right. Trish Graves, God bless you, honey. Thanks for joining. To all of you, I'll see you in 2 days.